The iMore Show is brought to you today by SoftLayer. SoftLayer delivers cloud built to order. Your business applications and computational workloads are unique, so you deserve a cloud resource that meets your specific needs. SoftLayer is an IBM company. In fact, IBM uses SoftLayer as its cloud infrastructure foundation for all IBM cloud products and services. Even if you're not looking for infrastructure, you can benefit from SoftLayer infrastructure when you use platform or software services for IBM Cloud. All of you listeners have the opportunity to get $500 of cloud infrastructure by visiting softlayer.com/podcast. Thank you so much, IBM. It is November 23rd, 2015. I'm Rene Ritchie, and right now, right on the verge, on the precipice of Black Friday and the holidays, we're going to give you all our gift guide picks. This is the iMore Show. Joining me, as always, we have, doing her best imitation of a snowbird, Miss Serenity Caldwell. How are you, Ren?
Hello. I'm in sunny Florida. It's not raining anymore. Hanging out. I'm on vacation Wi-Fi connection again, so I apologize if I vanish into the mists. I am using my iPad, and now I have upgraded my setup. So I am talking on some wireless headphones, and then I have a real mic plugged into my iPhone. My iPhone's recording this track, and this is my beautiful Shure MV51 that I'm using. So
awesome.
Fun times.
As I sit here shivering, I'm not at all looking south with stabby eyes. Also joining us, we have the lovely and likewise frozen Georgia Dow. How are you, Georgia?
I'm cold. It's not sunny here. It's not warm.
It's so cold today.
I am surrounded by all kinds of cool tech. So out of all things, it could be worse.
I get it. You're not cold. You're cool.
Like it.
So cool.
All right. So Georgia, you are the guest today. Do you wanna get us started? Do you wanna start us off? Do you have something awesome to show us?
Sure. Let's get started. Okay, so I'm actually gonna move. I'm using it right now to hold my camera, so I'm actually gonna move my camera off. Wait a second. Wait, don't be all. You're gonna get all shooken up here. Wait a second.
All shook up.
Oh, la 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 la. Okay, so everyone's gonna be talking about the iPad Pro, which is huge and heavy. It's so heavy. I don't want to have to hold it.
But if only they put more battery in it, it would be even heavier.
No, but the coolest thing is that both of my floats, which weigh 1,000 pounds, but okay, wait. Okay. Both of my floats, this one is for the desk view. Let me move back. Both my floats actually can open wide enough to hold the iPad.
So that's like your version of a selfie stick?
Awesome.
Well, this goes on your desk, so you can put your iPad. Wait a second. I'm actually going to try to do this live and not maim myself. I might maim myself. But the
don't maim yourself. It's not worth it.
I'm going to try not to break something. The coolest part is that you don't have to hold your iPad anymore. And so we have one that we use that goes on the floor. So you could use that if you were going to be reading on your iPad next to your bed. And then this one is for the desk. So here we go. Sorry, I'm knocking everything over here.
Sorry.
Okay.
You can still see it.
There we go. Wait.
It's like Mjolnir.
So I can just place this down on my desk. Here we go. I'll
You've
just
got a desktop iPad.
And I have my desktop iPad, and it will just stay and turn around as you want. And they have those for the floor, which is so cool if you're going to want to use the iPad next to your bed.
Yeah, I've been to Georgia's house, and her and her husband have one mounted in their living room, and they don't even bother to hold the thing anymore. No. They just rotate it into their view.
We spin it out of view, and then we bring it back to view, and it's great. Anthony's using the iPad Pro for the remote for the TV right now, but whatever you have to do. So those are really cool, and that they are adaptable all the way to the iPad Pro. It's a little bit of a squeeze, but it fits.
And what's it called?
That is floatyourtablet.com, and so they have desktop, and they have the one for the floor model, which if you wanted to read your iPad in bed, this is the way to do it.
We are one step closer to the Wall-E world, Georgia.
Wow, that's so good. It's so good. You can actually rotate it so that it'll be like on top of you, or it could be right next to you. You don't need to use your hands.
I wish I had that this weekend because I was watching a bunch of Jessica Jones on the iPad Pro and I had to hold it like an animal. And I could have just sat there with popcorn.
Don't do that. Don't do that. Exactly. You can eat popcorn while you're watching Jessica Jones. You can go on Twitter and you can tweet and watch TV.
And you can say, Yo, Siri, so I don't even have to touch the thing. I can just say, Yo, Siri, more Jessica Jones.
That's true. That's true.
It's funny, Georgia, because I was actually looking at a Kickstarter company sent me their new stand, which I actually put up a mini review up on iMore, called the T Stand, which is like a mobile version of that, where it actually has angled viewing, where you just you move it just like that. It has those hinges where you pop the iPad in, and then you can rotate it back or rotate it all the way forward. So it can either stand on your desk, or it has little feet designed to like sit on your abdomen so that you can use it while you're lying in bed.
I've seen that one, but I giggle while I listen to music, and I would probably knock it all over.
I would just have alien flashbacks.
I know, it does kind of feel like a chest burster. The iPad is coming from inside my chest.
It's an ab workout at the same time.
Yep.
All right, Ren, what have you got up first?
All right, so let's see. First and foremost, if you have an iPad Pro, you're gonna want this.
That baby.
This is the Apple Pencil.
It's so nice.
It's so nice. Oh my!
So nice.
I just spent 30 minutes on Relay FM's upgrade, geeking out about it with Mike, and I still have love in my heart for this pencil. It is an amazing tool for note-taking. It is an amazing tool for sketching, especially. All right, so this is what blew my mind today, and I'm going to actually write an iMore post about it. But Wacom tablets, for years, one of the things that I tried to do early on and got very mad when it wouldn't work is I would try and move the Wacom tablet like you move a piece of paper.
Yes.
So right. That doesn't work on a Wacom tablet. It works on the iPad.
It's so great.
You can turn the iPad like a piece of paper while you're sketching. And I completely forgot that this irritated me so much about digital drawing until I started doing it last night. And I'm like, oh my God, it works. I can turn the iPad while what? So
I would be doing circles constantly. I would just be spinning it.
Or in Procreate, in Procreate, you can use two fingers to turn the canvas independently of the iPad too, and it feels like you're drawing in 8 dimensions.
Oh my God! So the pencil is one of the best stylus tools I've ever used. Ever.
True.
It is
so true.
Very close to Wacom's technology. Very close to the Cintiq in terms of the feel. The latency is only a little bit behind. I actually posted a video on the iMore YouTube channel, but it's not public yet, so I got to do that today. And it's really, really impressive. It just feels so nice. It's built differently than the Wacom pens and the Microsoft Surface, the N-Trig pens, in that it has this tapered sort of plastic. It's plastic, but it's a slightly softer plastic than the clicky plastic. And while it does depress a little bit, it doesn't make that awful like click as you're drawing on the screen. It's a little bit more muted. It still feels like drawing on glass, but so much less than any other stylus I've ever used. And the latency is incredible. The fact that you can turn it sideways to shade is amazing.
Oh, I love that. I love that. That's so exciting.
That much more real. I would, 1,000,000 times, I would rather have the sideways shading than an eraser. People are complaining. They're like, why doesn't it have an eraser?
I still want the eraser. I want the eraser.
I did a picture this weekend. I went through, because I was an illustrator for years, so I have all these really, really expensive art pencils and erasers and stuff. None of my professional pencils have an eraser on. I thought maybe one of them would. None of them do.
Nope. Okay, all right, so hold on. I'm going to run away for a second because I have to show you something, because this is what blew my mind. Maybe I didn't bring it. Hold on. Let me check. Vacation!
Yeah, no, the pencil, I've been using it, and Georgia was trying it out too, and Georgia's kids tried it too, and it's really, really good.
It's lovely. If people are artists, if you do a lot of art, if you enjoy coloring, if you enjoy writing instead of having to type things out, it's fabulous. I've used like 1,000 different styluses. This one it's just a beautiful feel to it. It's nice to have a thin tip because you can really see where you're working, and it don't have some plastic little.
Yes, Georgia's trying to use it for Candy Crush.
Oh yes, if you're playing a game, you need to speed.
honestly, if you're using video editing software as well, it's
Yes.
incredible. One of the really cool things about iMovie on the iPad is that you can use gestures to cut or move things around. So you just swipe down to cut clips, and I'll use the pencil because it's much more precise for me to be like,
And it's
"Oh,
more
just
physically
there."
satisfying.
It is. No, you know what? You know what it feels like? It feels like using oh, I forget what it's called, the weight pencil on photographs. I used to be in a yearbook
Yes.
committee way back my first year of high school before we moved digital, and we would chalk up the photographs, being like, I want to crop it here and here. That's what it feels like. I don't know. It's just it's such a satisfying feeling for me.
So if you want to see a bunch of awesome, now, Serenity, you've been
Um,
posting more on Twitter than you have on on Instagram lately with your pencil art. But if you want to see a bunch of awesome
I have.
stuff, you can check out Serenity's Twitter feed, my Instagram feed, and eventually Georgia's, which you can find one at the store.
Yeah, eventually. You know what, Georgia? If I find one down here, I will just mail you one.
Awesome. I'm just
Yeah.
worried about losing it. Why can't I use my watch to call out my pencil? That's the only thing,
I
is that
know.
it doesn't
I
attach to anything.
Ping
It
pencil.
needs to be like, I need my pencil to, like, get my
So-
watch to, like, send it to
I'm
me.
waiting for someone is going to come up with a little thing that slips on the end of your pencil with either a Bluetooth iBeacon or
A Homer
clip,
Simpson
something-
eraser.
Yeah, exactly. Yes.
So,
But yeah,
quick question.
pencil-
For
yeah.
people who don't have the iPad Pro, what stylus would you recommend for a regular iPad or even a iPhone this holiday?
Okay, so I have them all in the other room. We'll get them. But can you still hear me while I'm talking?
Yes.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'm. Oh, great. All right, so I'm rummaging in my bag right now. I'm on Bluetooth headphones, so apparently it makes it really easy for me to talk to you guys. The stylus that I would recommend is called the Jot Dash. It is the only other stylus I brought with me on my trip here because I like it for the iPhone, specifically the iPhone 6 Plus. If you like to draw and you need something that's a little bit smaller than an iPad Pro, the 6 Plus has 3D Touch, which means it has pressure sensitivity in apps. So I love this little stylus right here. This is called the Jot Dash. It's made by Adonit. They used to make the styluses that had the little circular
Yep.
disc tips. So the Jot Dash has a thin tip. It's, I believe, 1.9 millimeters. And it does have sort of that clicky plastic. It is a little bit clicky, but not as bad as other things I've used. And it's not Bluetooth, but it is powered because it fools the screen using electromagnetic fun stuff to thinking that you're using something that's smaller than a traditional fingertip. So you just, to turn it on, you just tap it once, and then you get a little green glowing button, and you tap it again to turn it off. And then once you've tapped it, you can do fun things. I'm going to pick up my phone here. You can use it just like you would any other stylus. But when you get into notes, say on an iPhone, you can use Notes' pressure sensitivity to draw on it. So if I'm drawing with the pencil, I can do a light line and I can do a dark line.
And there's a bunch of that in Serenity's iPhone 6S review and video.
Yes, there is.
You can
I
see
have a time lapse. So this is really great when paired with the iPhone 6S or 6S Plus because of the pressure sensitivity. Even without pressure sensitivity, it's still a nice little stylus. It's probably the most precise stylus I've used iPad-wise outside of, say, this guy. But overall, I really like it.
All right. So my first pick is this delicious peppermint mocha from Starbucks. No, not really, but I had to say it. In its festive multicultural container. I'm gonna start at the top end and work my way down. And so some of these are expensive, some of these are really cheap. But I'm starting with an Apple Watch Sport. And there was a really dumb article today in Fast Company saying this is the worst Christmas gift ever. I'm going to say it is the best holiday gift ever. I used it for Canadian Thanksgiving because our world freezes faster. We do Thanksgiving a month earlier. And just having it on my wrist while I was trying to cook turkey and sweet potatoes, which is what we call yams, and all sorts of other things, I just say
It's so good.
Siri, set an alarm for 10 minutes. Siri, set a reminder to check the turkey at 3 p.m. I'm holding big steaming plates of pasta and stuff, and I don't have to leave my iPhone on the table to use that functionality. I'm not going to say the words, but to use the Yo Siri stuff. I just have it on my wrist. So if people are talking, if there's movies playing, all this stuff. I can just use it, and it's fantastic for doing anything around the house. I tweeted about it this morning. People are like, I use it for laundry. I'm a chef in a restaurant. I use it all the time. My sister uses it on the floor at a hospital because she has to go between the different patients, and it lets their whole paging system reach her no matter where she is. It is such a convenience. And if you don't understand the Apple Watch still, my best pitch is, like you have an iPhone now and you can leave your Mac and not worry about stuff. When you have the Apple Watch, you can leave your phone in your pocket, your desk, across the room, and not have to worry about it. And that feeling, like some people think it's a distraction. No, it's like a liberation. It's like I don't have to be a slave to this phone, because if it's really important, I'll get a ping on my wrist. I'll be able to check for my Uber. I'll be able to I'll get my alarms and my timers, and I won't miss anything. And that just you're the expert on this, Georgia, but it just lets me de-stress.
Oh, yeah. I love the fact that, well, my phone is never on. So if I'm wearing my watch, I'll actually get my phone calls. If
Your
I'm
phone
not
is
wearing my
on
watch,
but muted, just to make sure people understand.
It is. Yes. Okay. Sorry. I have my phone on. It doesn't vibrate. It doesn't beep. It doesn't buzz. It doesn't give me anything except for a mild notification. So I never get any phone calls. But when I'm wearing my watch, I always get my phone calls if I want to, and I don't have to worry about it, and I don't have to rush to try to get to my purse to answer the phone. I love that. So I like the watch just because it's easy. It makes dealing with notifications also really sweet. I don't have to worry. I don't have to stress. If I'm dealing with a client that has a lot of distress, I will know if they need me right away. And so that's what the use for it is for me. It's probably not for everyone. I don't use a ton of the different applications, but they're getting there, and I love it.
Yeah, I absolutely agree. I wear my watch every day. I do think that there's some stuff that it can be improved upon. There are definitely things where I'm like, I wish this was faster. I wish this worked better. But overall, it's such a nice experience.
It gets you up. Like I can use it to control stuff when I'm sitting down, and it tells me to get up and stop sitting down, which is great. Even now, I can look at it and I can go, "Hey Siri, make my lights red." And within a few seconds, you're going to see this wonderful, which we'll talk about more later, HomeKit stuff behind me. And I don't have to even. It's so great. And get up and walk out and do workouts, and it's just fabulous. So yeah, a bit on the high end, starts at around $350. The sport's around $400 for the large version, but it's getting in on the ground floor of what I really believe is going to be the future. And yeah, there'll be newer models and faster models and better software, and that's always going to be the case. But I'm having a ton of fun with it now, and I'm buying way too many watch straps. Way too.
You really do have a lot of watch straps. I'm just so sad that I can't. Your watch straps don't fit me.
Well, you bought a small watch, Georgia. That's on you.
No, I know. I knew that.
Well, the 38.
Yes. I knew that when I bought it, though, that I wasn't going to be able to steal Renee's watch straps. That's the sad part. I'm very sad about that.
Well, the good news.
Are you wearing the Hermes one?
Well, so here's the thing. What I'm actually wearing, and this is my next pick. This is actually a Hermes. This is a fake.
Show it. Let me see.
A fake Hermes band.
A full Hermes.
So here's the thing about these. I don't, counterfeiting is stupid. And hurts the manufacturers. And
it's bad. Don't do that.
Yeah, I'm by and large against counterfeiting. But what I will say is the Hermes
by
bands,
and large.
Yes, by and large. The Hermes bands, I would probably, here's an actual Hermes band just for contrast. I would buy an Hermes band piecemeal. But I have no interest in the steel watch, because I already had an Apple Watch. Right. But Hermes does not offer the bands piecemeal. And the double tour has grown on me, and I actually really like the cuff, but the cuff's only available in the 42 millimeter. So it's one of these things where I have a 38 millimeter watch, and on top of that, I don't want to buy another watch just to get a fancy band. So instead, if you want the style of the band without necessarily having the make and craftsmanship of an Hermes watch, there are these lovely third-party bands. So this allows me to have multiple styles and multiple colors of the double tour. This is, I believe, a Chinese company, and it was $38. The leather is nowhere near the quality of the Hermes. It's very, very shoddy leather, and it doesn't feel quite as nice on the wrist. But if you're looking for something that's a little bit, you want to spice up your Apple Watch, and they make a 38 millimeter version of the cuff. The cuff I did not bring down to Florida, but it's pretty impressive. Again, if you want, the 38.
Do they have it in black?
They do.
They
have it in brown and in black and red. So if you're looking to sort of expand your thing and you want just the Hermes style band, for me, in my opinion, like this doesn't feel to me like we're like cutting Hermes profits, because
No.
if Hermes wanted to offer the bands piecemeal, they'd offer the bands piecemeal.
And also, if you want something
So-
in between, like if you don't want to splurge on Hermes or you don't want to go down to the Chinese knockoffs, Pat and Quill just announced their line of cuffs and leather bands, and they are gorgeous. I think you have one already, right, Serenity?
Yeah, so I have one of Pat and Quill's their version of it's the I believe the slim leather band. I'll put it on in a second. That I love. You want to talk about really nice, clean leather?
They do such
It's
great
a
leather
little-
work.
They really do. It's a little bit thicker than what you might get with an Hermes, but I still really love it. I'm just gonna flop it on the air here. I got a midnight blue sample, and it feels so nice on the wrist, and it looks really pretty too. So here's the midnight blue. It's kind of a combination of a classic buckle and a single tour.
And
Right.
Apple's midnight blue leather is only available on the edition, so not accessible.
Yeah. Well, unless you want the modern buckle.
I like
Not
the
too
fact
bad.
that their cuffs aren't as big as the Hermes cuffs as well. They have
Yeah.
a tapered look to
Well,
them,
they
which
do
is
have
really
a big
nice.
cuff if you want one. That you can get the
So
big
this is what the Pat and Quill single looks like. Very nice. I really enjoy this, and that was actually another of my gift guide recommendations. I have all kinds of bands for gift guides this year.
We have to do a band section.
Right.
We'll call it band
Yeah,
camp.
just for
Battle of the Bands.
band camp.
Georgia, what do you have next?
Okay, so I know I've been people have been bothered a lot by the fact that I usually leave my phone charging like an animal just on the table. And so I have the Griffin charging dock with watch stand. And so here we go. It looks really beautiful. I wish it was black, I know. But the lovely thing is that you can just sit your watch up and it will charge. It's really easy to put together. You can put it on the side if you would rather. And wait. You can
Wait
take.
for it. There's more.
There's more. You can take your phone and you can also lean it on the side. So you end up having your time always displayed if you would like that. And so I'm not going to have to worry anymore. It works really well. It's heavy, so it has a nice weight, so you don't have to worry about your watch kind of falling over while you're wanting it to charge. And it's easy to put together. Sorry, my dog. And it doesn't come with the charger though, so you have to use your own.
You all excited. And on that vein, and I wasn't intending to pick this, but it's fun just to mention because I have it sitting here still. There's Apple's brand new magnetic Apple Watch charging dock, which a lot of people have been getting sort of frustrated.
I hate it.
So I looked at it and you say like, it's a model of the Apple mothership campus, but I bit the bullet. I said I was going to use it for a week and try it. And the thing to know is like, yes, it's $70, which is absolutely ridiculous, but it feels like it's $70. It's heavy, it's stainless steel, it's got really good fabric, suede on the bottom. I don't even know what sort of space age material is on the top because it is soft touch, and it's really resistant because I've got stuff on this now and it came right off. I don't know if it's stain proof, but it's really resilient so far, and it feels crazy. And you can put it up or put it down. It's got an amazingly good hinge, which is easy to move but stays exactly where you want it to, which they've probably honed through MacBook wizardry over the years to figure out how to do that. And it works really, really well. And because it's not a stand, like George's is really cool, but I knock things over at night. Like that's why I don't have any lamps on my side tables, because I inevitably hit the comforter and that hits the side table and that my phones fall off my computer. This is so flat. I knocked it a couple times and it just shifted. It didn't fall off. And that was a huge plus for me. So I don't know if everybody will like it because it is very white and it is very flat. But if that is to your taste, if you'd rather have the watch be the star, then this is actually an interesting piece of kit.
It's so close to just having your like it is just the one step up from having your watch flopping around on the table. So that's if you want just one step up.
You just want a charger, yeah, exactly.
You just want a charger that's going to stay in place, I guess.
Or you want because it's not quite as bad. Because my problem with just the cord by itself is that it would pull the watch around and sometimes pull it off the table.
Why knock it off the
keeps
table?
It in place. Yeah. And also you can put it sideways more easily, because otherwise it's like it's turning this way, it's turning that way. This I just put it on and I forget it.
Set it and forget it.
Where is the cord?
Pardon me?
Where's the cord?
The
Where's
cord.
the cord?
I took it off the desk. The cord is.
Where's the cord?
The cord is. They have a
Oh,
2
I
meter.
see it. Plug.
It plugs in. Yeah. Right into the
It's a
side.
lightning port. Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting. Yeah, so I actually have, I don't have the dock with me, but I will recommend a dock too, since we're on a dock craze. 12 South's Forte stand. I recently had the chance to review, and I love that stand. That stand is beautiful. It has leather on the bottom. Let me see if I can pull up a picture here. It's really phenomenal in terms of it lets you sit. It lets the watch just sit any way you want it. So you can have it sit forwards. It can go sideways. You can have the band drape over the back. It's
Here, I'll
beautiful.
share your article.
It's very pretty. It's very pretty with its like stainless steel look to it.
Let's see.
Yeah, it's stainless steel. Oh yay, there we go. Yeah, so I really like this because I think that showing off the bands, if you scroll down, Renee, you can see more pictures of it too. I really like the way that it allows you to display the bands, and it hides most of the stainless steel when you have the watch on it, which is really nice. The charger gets hidden inside this little curled section, so the cable just snakes down out the back.
It's gorgeous.
And it's just it looks so nice on my desk. I've been using it for the other app. Now that I have 2 Apple Watches, I've been using it for the other Apple Watch as kind of a display, and then also in terms of development and testing apps, because it's charged. Once I turn the screen on, I don't have to worry about it constantly dimming, so I can play with apps while I do that. And you can set your phone on top of it like that. So I really like it. I think it's very, very sleek.
Yeah, no, I agree completely. Very nice stuff. All right, so changing tacks, Georgia. What else you got?
Okay, so I went shark diving in the summer, and unfortunately, I don't have a lot of...
Let's just tease that humble brag out there for a second. What did you do?
I dove with sharks in the summer in Florida, actually, where Serenity is now. It's always been on my bucket list, so we free dove and fed sharks. But the sad part was that I didn't bring a case for my phone, so I couldn't take video. So the very sweet
Those
people
sharks could have been stars.
From Playtime Gadgets sent me over. Okay, I dropped my phone, but it's okay. It's all good. Here we go. A little wetsuit for my phone, which is light, which is what I want.
Oh my gosh.
Exactly what I wanted. I just wanted one of these babies just to take with me so I could take some video. And what is so cute about them, so you can get these everywhere. There's a lot of different companies that have them, but the most adorable part is that they give you a little video on how to take better photos, video underwater with your phone. And then they even come with a little quick reference guide so you can figure out, how to make your photos better, what to do to make sure you save before anything happens, how deep you can go with it. And
if you get eaten by the shark, make sure you press save.
and so it's just really cute. So I wish that I had that. I didn't, unfortunately.
You reviewed like 300 waterproof cases 2 years ago.
And I have 1,000 of them, but I didn't have it.
But none of them fit your new iPhone, I needed it. Right?
And none of them fit my new iPhone, but this one will. So I have another one. Thank you.
So sad.
So sad.
Excuse to go shark diving again.
Yeah, exactly.
Definitely go again.
Come back to Florida. We're here all week.
Oh, I'm doing it for sure. 1 second. I'm grabbing my phone here.
All right, so one of the other things that I have here, this is from iHome, and it looks like just a plug. And you might wonder, why would someone want to plug a plug into a plug? It's not obvious.
Wow.
But the answer is that this magical box, this all the stuff in here allows it to work with HomeKit. So while I have the Hue lights we'll talk about later behind me that work with HomeKit, a lot of the other stuff in my house just does not. For example, these big lights that I have in front of me. So what I did was I plugged them into this, and then all I do is I tell Siri to turn this on and off, and the lights go on and off. But it could be this, it could be anything. It could be a space heater, it could be a fan, it could be almost anything that only requires the power to be on, not a separate on-off switch. You just tell Siri, do it, and it does it. And it's so great. It adds a layer of automation to almost anything that goes in an outlet.
It's so cool.
That's
so
cool.
Renee,
that's cool.
I I have the iHome smart plug too, and I've been really enjoying it. But I was a little worried. So does it support the wattage to plug in our big LED lights? Because I did not do that because I was a little worried that I would explode the plug.
I didn't. It hasn't exploded yet. I didn't even think about that. I have them going into a power bar.
Like fire, schmire.
I have them going. I have those lights going into a power bar
behind Renee.
And then the
Those
power
are red
bar.
lights.
I have the lights going into power bar, then the power bar going into this. And so far, I haven't died.
That's good. Not dying is important. Not dying is
But now I'm kind of worried.
Yeah.
All right, so I will ask them.
If it did, yes, I would ask them. I believe it's rated for a certain wattage, and I couldn't figure out what the LED lights were watted, so I wasn't going to try.
Well, the power bar has a trip on it, so I'm guessing that would save me in event of emergency.
Yes. No, I think if it hasn't sparked yet, you're probably okay. But still, I've been using it for fans, and that's really nice to be able to getting in bed. I just put my phone down, I plug it in, and then in bed I say, "Hey Siri, turn on the fan if it's too hot," and it's just lovely. It's such a silly way to do it, but I love the HomeKit feature. I really do.
It's so great, and like for now, because I'm switching from fans to space heaters, it's like Siri, fire everything, and it gets warm in the room before I go to sleep.
Awesome.
Yep.
Yeah. So I think this is pretty cool. My next pick is actually, I'm wearing them. These are the Jabra Move wireless headphones. I'm going to take them off for a second to showcase them, and I won't be able to hear anything, so no one talks.
So we'll all be talking to Serenity now. Say something.
So these babies, they have this nice cushion. Dan Frakes, formerly of Macworld, now of the Wirecutter, has been secretly egging me on to get these for a couple of years now, because he keeps on posting them, like, and I would see that he's like, special deal on these. I love these wireless headphones. And so I kept on being like, ugh. And finally I bit the bullet, and I did it, and I love them. They're so comfortable. They're real, and that's one of my big things with sort of on-ear, over-ear. These are, I would call these on-ear. They're a little bit too, but they feel noise canceling. They're not officially noise canceling, but they have some of the same properties where they really suck out all of the extra noise. They have really nice, big, cushioned ear pads. And the top, which is one of the biggest things, this headset does not crunch on my skull. It is very loose, it is very comfortable, and it has a padding bar on the top that's about that thick. So it just nicely cushions against your head. So you don't have to worry about getting a headache after wearing these for a couple hours. The battery, I think,
how do they fit Serenity on the ears? Do they move around, or do they feel really nice and snug?
No, they feel really, really snug. So if I don't have the top adjusted because my boyfriend was wearing these a little bit of, if I adjust the top, and then I can rock out. Yeah. And the microphone I'm talking on for Hangouts right now is actually in these headphones, which is pretty awesome. So these headphones do have an integrated Bluetooth mic, so you can talk on the phone while you're walking around, which is really cool. Music sounds great. Obviously, it's not going to sound as great as a $300 accessory, but they're lovely. And I'm using them wireless right now. I have a secondary headphone right here for my mic, which we'll talk about later. But there is an option for a wired mode if you don't want to worry about your Bluetooth power, which is really, really cool, or if you want better latency. It has little integrated controls on the left side that allow you to change the song, play with the volume up, volume down, play pause, and you can hold and enter Siri. And then there's just a little switch on the right-hand side to turn it on or off. They are one of the most comfortable pairs of headphones that I've ever owned. And right now, I think Amazon is offering the black pair for $60. They're normally $100. And they're an insta buy for me. They're so awesome.
Yeah, no, I love a good pair. I just got the Beats ones because I wanted to take them out walking and jogging, and I didn't want anything large on my head. But I've been pleasantly surprised with how good Bluetooth, because the old joke was 2-3 years ago, it was just horrible audio coming from them, the original 82 dB profile. And now it sounds great.
It sounds fantastic. Yeah, you can't really tell the difference between, at least me. I'm not really a huge audiophile, but I cannot tell the difference between Bluetooth audio and connected audio. And the latency is also really impressive. It used to be a year or two ago, I could not have Bluetooth headphones on while talking on a podcast. That just would not work because I wouldn't be able to. There would be too much of a lag, and now it's almost instantaneous. Also, this the headset supports multiple connections, multiple Bluetooth connections, so you can use both your iPhone, your iPad, or your Apple TV with these headphones. Not all at once, but it will switch between them, and it actually tells you when you turn it on. It's like you have 2 active connections. You have 1 active connection. You are in pairing mode. Very cool.
Oh, great.
Very cool.
I have a wired set of headphones that I really like, and these, a lot of people know about these, so I see them all the time on planes now, and that's where I use them. And
Yes.
these are the Bose noise canceling headphones, and my goodness, you have to charge them because they actually do require power to do their noise canceling magic, and they do have this giant dongle on them, and they are expensive. But all that said, if you travel a lot, whether it's by
It is
plane,
so
train,
worth
or
it.
automobile, yeah, you turn it on and the world drops away. The engine noise, the I was going to say the family members complaining, but whatever it is that is around you distracting you, you just turn these on and it's like magic. It's like an audio suppressor, an earmuff on the world. And I wasn't planning on picking them, but I just wanted to. Serenity reminded me that these wonderful things exist, and they've been recommended to me so many times. I thought I would pass along the recommendation.
They're really worth it.
They're
I
great.
recommend it always for those that might have airplane phobia. They have fear in the airplane. Any noises that might happen may distract them. And the lovely thing is that you can still hear when you're having a conversation. You can still listen to that and hear it, and it's really clear. It's probably one of the coolest things to experience if you're on a plane or if you're on a train and you want to kind of like shut out the world and be able to focus on something else. It's absolutely phenomenal. So also if you're just worried about traveling, you don't enjoy it, these are lovely. They work really well. They're worth the cost, and very few things you can really say are worth the cost. These are worth the cost.
Absolutely. What do you got for us next, Georgia?
Okay, so let's go to the person that has everything, and you would like to get them a little something for their phone. So if they are the minimalist, Apple has the beautiful Lightning docks, and they can get them in rose gold, and so it's beautiful, it's minimalistic. Here we go, and it just looks stunning.
So much pink.
Pardon me?
So much pink.
So much pink. Well, it's so cute. Well, if you're going to do it, you have to do it, right? You have to go all the way. And so it's nice. It's a little bit of an expense, but you know it's made well. It looks beautiful, and it makes your iPhone into art.
Ooh. Okay, now I want one.
It's really nice. I like the docks a lot. I have one myself, and I also have this. I think we've shown this off before on the podcast. The Spool dock.
Yes.
I have been loving so much. I don't have it with me, unfortunately, on vacation. But the thing about it is you could take it on vacation because it has this nice little curled up cord that just allows you to pack everything together nice and tightly. So I have been really, really enjoying that as an iPhone dock.
All right, what else you got, Serenity?
Okay.
Oh, sorry. Before you do that, let me thank one of our wonderful sponsors, and that is lynda.com. This episode is brought to you by lynda.com, the online learning platform with over 3,000 on-demand video courses to help you strengthen your business, technology, and creative skills. For a free 10-day trial, visit lynda.com/imore. That's lynda.com/imore. So what is Lynda? Lynda is for problem solvers, for the curious, for people who want to make things happen. Maybe you want to master Microsoft Office. You want to figure out Google Docs. You want to learn negotiation tactics. You want to boost your Photoshop skills. You want to finally learn what the heck that tool is for in Illustrator. All you have to do is go to lynda.com and feed your curious mind. There are so many great courses. They have weekly workshops on Office. They have a way for you to go paperless if you no longer want to be burdened by all the dead lumber around you. There's security fundamentals if you want to make sure you're protected against hackers and keep your privacy. They have income tax fundamentals because income tax is always less than a year away. growth hacking, all the cool stuff. You can watch and learn from top experts, people who are passionate about teaching. You can stream thousands of video courses on demand. You can learn at your own schedule, at your own pace. Courses are structured so you can watch them from start to finish or consume them in bite-sized pieces. You can browse each course transcripts. You can follow along. You can search for answers. I love this. You can actually, if you just want to know something about a program, you don't have time to learn the whole thing just yet, you can ask a question, find that part in the tutorial, and just learn how to do that. You can take notes. You can download tutorials. You can access them on iOS and Android. You can create and save playlists. The feature set just goes on and on and on. But all you need to know is this is the closest thing possible to injecting knowledge straight from the Matrix. You may not be able to do helicopters or kung fu yet, but you're getting really, really close. So your lynda.com membership will give you unlimited access to training on hundreds of topics, all for one flat rate. So whether you're looking to become an industry expert, you're passionate about your hobby, or you just want to learn something new for the new year, for the holidays, I want you to visit lynda.com/imore and sign up for a free 10-day trial. That's lynda.com/imore, I-M-O-R-E. Sorry about Trinity. You were about to pick something awesome.
All right. I'm going to turn my mic back on. So the awesome thing that I'm going to pick up is actually the mic that I'm talking on right now, which is the Shure Motive MV51, which I'll hold up right here as I'm talking into it. So this is a beautiful little old school style condenser microphone that has this little kickstand, but that can actually be screwed off so it can attach to any normal mic input, which is nice. Nice on one end because it means that you can use that mic for your professional setup, but it's also really nice as an on-the-go mic, and most importantly, it can be connected via USB or Lightning. So you can use this to record both on your iPhone or your iPad as well as on your Mac. Now the downside of the MV51 is actually a downside of iOS software, which is to say that apps get to decide whether they want to support mics with the Lightning port. So, for instance, Hangouts does not currently support Lightning connected mics. So I am going through this whole rigmarole where I have a microphone plugged into my iPhone and recording from there. And then I'm talking to you guys on my Bluetooth headphones. But the mic itself sounds beautiful. It has a companion app that allows you to adjust the gain, and you can also adjust the gain on the physical display. It has a built-in mute button. It has a place for listening to headphones. And for $200, this sounds much, much better than, say, a Blue Yeti, in my opinion. And just the flexibility of it makes it, for me, that feels a little cumbersome to try and take on a trip. Whereas this I would throw in my bag in a heartbeat, and it's nice and weighty. It has some really, really nice. Just overall, I'm very impressed with it, and I
love how it looks. I love it looks so timey-wimey radio.
I love it. I recorded a radio podcast on it yesterday, so I'll write more about my insane setup and about the mic on iMore. But I definitely think it's a great mic, especially if you don't have a podcasting mic. Or if you want a mic that's more travel friendly, I'd look into it.
So Leo Laporte, mutual friend Leo Laporte, suggested this one, which is the Baby Shure. This is the tiny Shure. It's Lightning only.
Oh,
and
it's so cute.
If I remove its big bubble head, then inside you see it's got this little tiny mic that still manages to sound really good. So if you do a lot of interviews, for example, on your iPhone, or we were using it to do additional dialogue recording for some of the videos that we shot, and the iPhone's got a great mic. When I do radio shows, they actually, over Skype and over a lot of other technologies, they ask me to hold my iPhone and speak into that and then send them the files because they love the way that it sounds, I guess, and I'm not going to argue with them because they're radio people. And this, especially with this little I don't know, high top, whatever you want to call this, it removes a lot of the breathing sound that you would get when you normally speak into your iPhone, unless you've learned how to not to pop your P's through years of Mandarin training or something similar. So it works great. It's on a hinge, so once you put it in, you can actually turn it. And when you download the companion app, you can set how wide you want it to pick up sound, from really narrow if you're just talking into it to pretty wide open if you want to get a lot of ambient room sound into it. And it's just so cute. Really.
It's adorable and so easy to travel with.
Yeah. So it comes in this little case, and I've been carrying it around. This little Shure, whoops, upside down.
Oh, I love that.
This little Shure case. You pop it in its coffin, and it's ready for you to go. What do you got, Georgia?
Okay, here we go.
Uh-oh. When you say that, I get nervous.
You should get nervous. I couldn't not do this.
So good.
BB-8 for those listening at home.
Sorry, this is BB-8. He's turned on. He's initializing. Okay, so if your children or yourself, huge Star Wars fans with the movie coming on, it's a wonderful thing. I'm going to turn him down 1 second, little BB-8. It's okay. I hear you. You're okay. He's lovely. He's so cute. He's fun to take around. He's much smaller than the real BB-8. You should know that. He's just the size of like a tennis ball. But he's really, really cute. I am going to be taking him out to the movie premiere to see what the kids are going to do while I run around with him. And he's adorable. I wish that he would follow you around. That's what I want. You can put him on patrol mode so he'll just run around the house. Great for if you have pets. They find this annoying or scary. But entertainment either way. But I'm waiting for him just to be able to kind of follow you around. The cutest thing is that you can actually talk to him and you can say, BB-8, look around. And if he was around, he would roll around. He's now just lying around. But he's really, really cute. A lot of fun, a little bit of an expense. So if you have really young children, this would not be the toy to get. But he's really, really cute. And if anyone's into robotics, you can have your very own. Yes, little guy.
What is he looking at, Georgia? Is your table messy?
He's looking at you. He's
learning. He's learning.
Looking around. So he's trying to move.
He's looking for the first order.
I could put him.
Yep.
I could put him on something, but he would. The poor little guy would like.
He's
gonna roll off and get hurt, and I don't want him to. He's looking at me. His head is always faced to one way, so I'll put him down. He's so
cute, and I just got mine back after lending him to a friend for a month and a half, and I was so happy to have him back on my desk. I even got him a little bobblehead Ray to hang out with. It's super cute. I posted that picture on Instagram. Yay! Yeah, baby Groot.
Baby Groot.
But it's super cute with the Funko Ray because they're actually about the right proportional size.
Oh.
So I really want them to just go on patrol together. Be really cute. But it's definitely such a fun little toy, and especially you can some of the basic programming apps on the iPad, there are like little drag and drop programming apps. They're now compatible with BB-8, so you can actually program BB-8 like go forward 100 paces, turn right, turn left, go in a circle. It's so neat for kids to have some fun.
It's what we wanted to have with R2 when we were kids.
I did.
Yes, exactly.
I did.
Exactly.
All right, Ren. Sorry. Before we go on, I'm going to read the final sponsor for today, and that is a new sponsor. That is Canary. So, what is Canary? Canary is a complete home security system in a single device. Since launching earlier this year, people across the world have been using Canary to stop burglaries and other serious incidents. It's got a camera, a 1080p HD camera complete with wide-angle lens, motion detection, and night vision, so you can watch your home live at any time. It's got algorithms that send you intelligent notifications when something out of the ordinary is happening at home. It's got a 90 decibel siren that's loud enough to scare off intruders. That's louder than the iPad Pro speakers. Canary also pulls in local police and fire department numbers near your home, so if you're traveling, you can quickly get in touch with the right people. It automatically arms and disarms when you leave your house or when you come home, and you can link up to 4 Canary devices together in one location, so it's easy to protect homes of all sizes. Canary monitors your home's temperature, humidity, and air quality to protect you against things you can't see and hear. It's got best-in-class night vision, so you can see just as well in the pitch-black room as you can during the day. If you don't want the camera on when you're at home, though, it's got a privacy mode, and I love this. The privacy mode means Canary's camera and mic are completely turned off when you're at home. And yeah, you have to make some compromises. If you want the security of knowing that you're being monitored, if anything happens inside the house, that's fine. But if you'd rather not, if your privacy is more important to you, just turn it off. It's got motion-activated recording, so it only records when it detects motion, and it doesn't stream an empty room 24/7. So here's what I want you to do. Start protecting your home with Canary today. It's just $1.99. Go to meetcanary.com and use the promo code IMORE, and you will get free overnight shipping. That way there's no extras. It's just $1.99 out the door. Meetcanary.com, promo code IMORE. It's smart home security for everyone. Thank you so much, Canary. All right, Georgia, have you got anything else on your list?
I do. I have 3 other things, but these are more things that you can have for you. These are the things that I can't live without. So I'm going to go through the first one, and I know that we're going to do a little bit of a toothbrush off, Renee, but here we go. If you really want to keep your teeth clean, like the clean feeling that you would get after you leave the dentist.
Sandblaster.
No. No, the Philips Sonicare. It is absolutely phenomenally good at cleaning your teeth. Almost so it makes cleaning your teeth fun. And it's really, really quick, but it really takes off all the plaque, all the tartar, and keeps your teeth looking pristine.
Does it work with Siri?
It doesn't work with Siri. Siri can't turn on your Sonicare. That might be bad.
Turn off my toothbrush.
It's something that everyone should have. We all need to keep our teeth clean. It does take a little while to get used to it. When you first turn it on, it really tickles at first, and it makes you giggle, but then after, it's just a really light vibration, which kind of breaks up all the tartar and will leave your teeth really, really pristine clean.
See, so I got the Braun, and I was dumb enough to leave it in the other room because some people said the Braun is better. So I got the Braun because it's like the toothbrush that I've been tortured with by dentists for years. It just kind of rolls really fast, and you go, and you hope that the pain makes it worth it.
Damage your gums, no? Like, that's the only thing. And the wonderful thing about the Philips Sonicare is that it comes with like a little UV cleaning so that it'll clean out all of the bacteria at the same time. So
yeah, I have the old Braun, so it doesn't clean itself, but I'm hoping that it prevents super germs from being created as well.
Oh, okay. Well, that could work too. Okay, I have 2 more.
Go for it.
Go through them. Okay, so the other one, I'm actually going to turn it on and show everyone because everyone always asks me. So wait a second.
Make me nervous again, Georgia. Georgia has actually, if this is a mecha, if this is some form of Robotech, if this is some form of giant robot, if this is Ed 209 bad.
Okay.
What is it?
Okay,
I'm so afraid.
Don't be afraid.
I've moved outside.
Okay, so
everybody came in the house, so I've moved outside.
So everyone always asks me about how I do my hair, that I have nice hair. I don't actually have horrible, horrible hair, but what I do have is a great tool
wigs.
Yes, exactly. So I left one streak of my hair undone because every woman should have this. If they don't, you need to get one. It is a flat iron for your hair, but you don't get any flat iron. This is what my hair normally looks like. It's pretty nasty. You want to get a 1.5 inch completely ceramic. You don't want to get the one that's ceramic over metal or metal. That's horrible. It's not going to do well for your hair. Doesn't even have to be expensive. You don't have to spend $200 on a chi.
That's what I use.
Yeah, I know. Well, your hair looks really good though, Renee. So all you have to do though is you just put your hair into it, turn it on to the edge, and then your hair will be lovely and curled. And it works really, really fast. It's pretty effortless, but that's what I do to make my hair look not like a witch's wig.
Does this include Siri?
It doesn't include Siri either, unfortunately.
It works really well. Siri. You just want everything to include Siri.
I have one more pick that does include Siri, and that is the new Apple TV. So you look at, and this will now, I will tell it, find me episodes of the iMore show that guest star Georgia and have her with a flat hair iron. And while it won't find that, it will find episodes of Friends where Julia Roberts guest stars or similar things. I was kind of not sure about this at the beginning because even though it's been a long time coming, it was kind of quick out the door. It felt like a hot device. And it was missing, like, for example, my only Apple Music use case is telling Siri what to play me, and there's no Siri on the Apple TV yet. I have to wait till I forget. They said Apple said early next year. And the TV app, which is what I use all the time, it kind of wasn't as good as the last TV app. But it turns out that Apple can update a lot of stuff on the server side. And even this week, they pushed out a bunch of fixes that made the TV app not perfect yet because I don't have my previews back, but it sorts things like the recent shows are sorted by episode now. It's not sorted by purchase date anymore. So I can quickly find things. And, last week I couldn't load shows that I had more than 5 or 6 seasons of. Now those load quickly. And Netflix I was watching Jessica Jones, and Netflix has always been best on the Apple TV because it's super fast. But if you tried to skip around, you'd be watching that little twirler. But not anymore. Now you just scrub through. It starts playing immediately. And it was a fantastic experience. So you can get this. It starts at $150 US, goes up to $200 US for the larger version. If you have slow bandwidth or low bandwidth, you're going to want the larger version because you can cache more. But it's got apps. I mean, Serenity showed you how you can play multiplayer, Crossy Roads on it. It's got a bunch of really fun games. And this is what I'm getting all my family because they already have Apple Watches. So I'm getting them all Apple TVs. I've got 3 or 4 boxes over here. I don't have any long-lost relatives, so sorry about that, folks. But all my immediate family are getting Apple TVs this year.
Now we're going to know who you really care about, those that don't get them.
Yep.
So awkward. So awkward.
Told everyone now knows what you're getting them.
No, my family doesn't watch this stuff. Anyone have anything else?
I have one more. Can I talk about the one thing that I probably shouldn't talk about, but I'm going to talk about anyways because everyone should get this. So when we went 2 years ago to Vegas, we sat in a toilet seat that was like the utmost of cool of toilet seats, and our toilet seats are archaic. They're truly archaic.
By us, you mean North American toilet seats? North
American toilet seats, yes. And so I have a toilet seat that has a heated toilet seat with a light and a little bidet attachment, which is so cool. You can get it from Brondell, and it works really well. It's so cool in the cold winter nights when you go out and you have to put your little tushy on a cold seat. You don't have to. It's warm and fabulous. And I have to say that we are in the dark ages of toilets. They have not really changed in the West in about 120 years. Our toilets are exactly the same, which is really
dumb
sad.
Toilets. They are not smart toilets.
They're not smart toilets, but the next thing that I'm looking for, so we'll put the links in to that one.
I'm going to share your Brondell. So bidet, for those who aren't familiar, is the French words for, oh, what's that?
It is, but if you got dirt on your hand, you wouldn't just use a tissue and wipe it out. If you had something else on your hand, you would definitely make sure you would wash your hand.
Bleach, Georgia.
Our poor little bottoms should get the same type of care. That's all I'm saying. They really should.
Oh, the Google Hangouts thing is interfering with the Amazon picture changing thing, so I can't change pictures. Oh, it's so sad.
Oh no.
Yeah. All right. So I'll load up the other link for you though.
Okay.
So what's the other one?
But what I'm really looking for now is the Toto washlet toilet seat. It's called the Toto, and they have the best toilets ever, but you can just buy the seat, so you don't have to change your entire toilet. And this one is pricey. The heated toilet seat is only like $150. The bidet is only like $50, depending on if it goes on sale. But this one has everything all together. So this one has the heated toilet seat. It has the front or rear washing with temperature adjustment, heated seat, remote control, automatic air deodorizer, plus a little warm air dryer. And plus it mists and cleans your bowl each night before use, and it has a night light.
Does it do decaf?
It doesn't do decaf, and it doesn't get your coffee.
For you.
But you're not going to want to leave it. This one's about $750, so it's pricey, but it's
like a mattress
nice.
for something that you use 8 hours a day. You really won't.
Oh, exactly. You use it all the time.
But you use it all the time.
It's so silly that we don't talk about it, but it is important.
Yes, it's so important. And if you're not looking into spending that price, get the heated seat or get this heat and the bidet along attachment. Your life will change.
Right, so my question is this: like, if you have that at home, because our society in general is not civilized when it comes to these things.
Right.
Anytime you're not at home, it's going to be so much worse now.
That
because
is the problem.
Oh, it's cold and dead like an animal.
It is the problem. It's actually shocking to have to, oh my goodness, I have to use a whole wad of toilet paper.
Sorry, Mom, I have to go home for a couple hours. I'll be back.
It is. That's the truth. That is the truth. People are like, if they ever use my toilet, they're like, wow, this is why I can't go home now. And I'll be like, am I going to wait? Or am I going to go home and use a civilized toilet, or am I going to have to use this caveman toilet that I have to deal with? That is the problem. It's hard then because most other places don't have one, but it's so great as a gift. It's the gift that keeps on giving.
Awesome. Well, Georgia, you finished us. You finished us with style.
Yep, that was an epic conclusion.
So all I'm going to say is I'm going to once again thank lynda.com. This episode was brought to you by lynda.com, the online learning platform with over 3,000 on-demand video courses to help you strengthen your business, technology, and creative skills. For a free 10-day trial, visit lynda.com/imore. That's lynda.com/imore. Georgia, thank you so much for joining us and helping us improve just so many facets of our lives.
You're welcome.
Where can people find you?
You can find me, of course, every once in a while on imore. You can also find me on Twitter. It's at Georgia_Dow. And if you're dealing with anxiety and would like to treat it at home, you can visit us at anxiety-videos.com for our online video series.
That's a great holiday gift. Give someone the gift of relaxation and mental health.
That's a good point.
Serenity, I know you're in Florida, but where are you online?
I am online at Settern, SETTERN, on Twitter and Instagram, as well as on imore.com. And I am still living on the iPad Pro. I only brought it down. I did not bring down a laptop this week.
Oh, bold choice.
Yeah, no laptop. So I will have more posts. As you can see, right now I am podcasting outside. So,
I love it.
So beautiful, Ren.
Yep. I don't know if you guys can see the palm trees, but I'm bringing
real palm trees.
A little bit of Florida to your poor frigid north.
See, it's like George's recommendation though, because right after this, I'm going to go back outside and it's going to look like an undead spider.
Right.
I am also trying to do as much as I can on the iPad Pro, but I'm also trying to get this iMac 5K with the 10-bit display stuff done as well. So I feel like I have a split personality this week, but that's the job we signed up for. And you can follow my adventures at Renee Ritchie. You can follow all of us at imore. Georgia, Serenity, thank you so much. And Serenity, have a wonderful American Thanksgiving week.
Thank you very much, Renee. I will eat an extra slice of turkey just for you two.
Awesome.
Thank you.
Awesome. Thanks, everybody, for watching. We'll be back next time.
Bye, guys.